welcome back, where we have time to chat a little bit deeper than what Instagram allows in stories and reels. So today what I want to talk about is the fact that you, whoever you are watching this, more than likely a parent, more than likely a mom, you are also a member of the family that needs to be cared for. What do I mean by this? So you spend all of your time monitoring and looking out for the needs of everybody in the family, but oftentimes my guess is you put yourself on the back burner and you really don't spend time thinking about how to care for yourself. Now, I'm not talking about some kind of like woo-woo self-care, me time. That's not what this is. This is the idea that you cannot serve your family from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Anytime you take a flight, they tell you, put your own air mask on first. That's because you have to take care of yourself before you're able to take care of somebody else. So let's talk about what this looks like and why this is really important to show your children that you're doing this for you. Number one, it shows your child how to have boundaries. Boundaries are really healthy in this idea of taking care of ourselves. Where do your boundaries need to be in order for you to make sure that your cup does not completely empty where you are on the verge of a mental breakdown? You need to make sure that your cup doesn't get to that point. So you do that by putting in some self-care, putting in some boundaries. In my experience, you usually have 3 cups. You've got a spiritual cup, you've got a physical cup, and you've got an emotional and mental well-being cup. So let's talk about those. Your spiritual cup is pretty obvious. What fills you up spiritually? Is it listening to worship music? Is it reading your Bible? Is it doing a devotion? Is it time with God? Is it prayer? What are those things that you need to make sure that you build into your day with routines and systems so that your spiritual cup does not get emptied? It will get lower because you're serving people. It is out of that outpouring that you're serving. So all of these cups are going to get lower. Then you've got your physical cup. What is it that you need in order to keep your physical cup full? I can tell you, for me, I need sleep. I wish that I was somebody that could function on very few hours of sleep. I know those people exist. I'm not one of them. I need a fair amount of sleep. So for me, it's sleep. I also need to move. I need to eat relatively well, and I need to get outside. All of those things contribute to my physical well-being. When I'm talking about exercising, it's so funny because the kids and I have always put my workouts in air quotes because they're fairly minimal. But it's what I can stick to. It's what I've been able to stick to for years. Is it going to land me in a marathon? Nope. Do I care? Nope. Do I also know people that train for marathons, and for them, that level of physical activity is what fills their cup? Absolutely. It's just not for me. This is why we need to evaluate what fills our cups. All of us are individual. All of us have our cups filled in different ways. So I need to sleep. I need some physical movement. I need to eat pretty well. I've learned over the years what works for me, what doesn't, and I pretty much eat the same thing every day. Otherwise, I get really sluggish. I get really tired. My stomach does not cooperate with me. And so I need certain things that I eat to keep my physical cup relatively full. And then the last thing I need is time outside. I just thrive with sunshine. I thrive with grounding. Don't knock it till you try it. So those are my things for my physical cup. So I've got my spiritual cup, I've got my physical cup, and I've got my emotional and mental well-being cup. This is the one that I feel like most moms are like, is that really important? That feels selfish. What does it really matter? It matters. Why? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't serve your family well if you're not caring for yourself in all of these areas. When I am talking about my personal mental and emotional well-being cup, I fill it with very simple things. A cup of tea, starting my day with coffee, a glass of wine, and a really good meal in the evening. All of these things foster that. Comfy PJs. Fun fact about me, I sleep in clean, fresh pajamas every night. There are a number of reasons why. One of them is I love that feeling of fresh sheets. And for me, nobody's changing sheets around here every single day, but I can put on new pajamas every day and I can still get that sensation of you've got the scent, you've got the softness, you've got the cozy, you've got all the things. It's something very small, but all of these things add up incrementally to make sure that your cup stays full. When you do not look out for yourself, your cup will drain and you will not have anything left to give to your family. Your irritability will rise, your impatience will rise, and you will become intolerant of their requests because you're going to start feeling like, oh my gosh, I just can't. I can't take one more thing from one more person. When you start to feel like that, step back and evaluate which of your cups are empty, might be all of them, and then take a few minutes and do what you need to do to refill those cups. Then, going forward, keep those things in place with systems, routines, and rituals so that your cup does not empty out to begin with. All right, let me know in the chat what some of your favorite things are to keep your cups full.